think you should pay everybody. Is there a reason why you guys are not paying whatever that vendor is?
What was it for?
It was for shirts. That's what it's for, you right? But it saddens my heart that you are up here at this special meeting and not downstairs where we have big meetings.
Picture this, a small village in Illinois, Dalton, in the midst of political chaos. At the heart of it all is Mayor Tiffany Henyard, embroiled in scandals, lawsuits, and a constant storm of public outcry. Despite all this, she's desperately holding on to power, making headlines for all the wrong reasons. This isn't a fictional TV show, it's real life, and the drama unfolding in Dalton rivals the most intense reality TV plots. So what's happening in Dalton, and why is everyone talking about it?
This administration is shameful. Y'all are a disgrace.
We're watching the fall of this administration.
The drama took a wild turn recently when Mayor Tiffany Henyard filed a lawsuit following what can only be described as a bizarre series of dueling village board meetings. Imagine this, 2 separate meetings happening at the same time, one at Village Hall, led by Henyard and her supporters, and the other at the Park District building, led by her opponents. Confusing? Absolutely. But this is just the beginning of Dalton's small-town political soap opera. So how did things spiral out of control? Let's rewind. Henyard's time as mayor has been marked by controversy from the start. She's faced accusations of making questionable appointments without proper approval from the village board, leading to multiple legal battles. The latest chapter unfolded when Henyard attempted to push through key appointments, like Ronnie Burr for police chief and Angela Wett for village attorney, without getting the board's approval. Unsurprisingly, the trustees weren't having it and challenged her in court. The judge sided with the trustees, issuing Henyard a restraining order. The message was clear. Decisions like these can't be made without the board's consent.
Board. The judge today declining to hold her in contempt, but did warn her that if she did not follow the ruling, he would.
So did Henyard back down after that setback? Not a chance. Instead, she decided to escalate things even further. At the latest board meeting, Henyard tried to hold her own separate session at Village Hall, fully aware that her opponents were gathering at the Park District building. Why? Well, Henyard appears to be all about control, and this was her attempt to assert her dominance. But it quickly backfired. With only 2 of her loyal trustees present, she didn't have enough support to proceed with the meeting. Forced to cancel, she had no choice but to head over to the Park District for the main meeting.
I guess anything else? I get sued all the time. I get sued all the time.
Now picture this. Henyard shows up late to the Park District, trying to assert her authority, only to be met with boos, jeers, and a room full of residents who weren't having any of it. Undeterred, she grabbed the microphone, declared herself the rightful mayor of Dalton, and accused the trustees of holding an illegal meeting. But the crowd wasn't buying it. Henyard was practically booed out of the room, with residents even turning their backs on her. The tension was palpable. People are fed up and aren't afraid to make their feelings known.
We needed those officers to be on the street fighting crime, and instead we have several officers that are riding around.
You might be wondering, asterisk, is it really that bad? Asterisk, oh, absolutely. This situation has been building for months, with Henyard facing a wave of accusations, from financial mismanagement to power grabs. Residents are furious, and with good reason. Many accuse her of running Dalton like her personal fiefdom, making decisions that favor her inner circle while ignoring the rules that are meant to keep her in check. It's not just the trustees who are upset. The people of Dalton have had enough, and the public outcry is growing louder by the day. Let's talk about those appointments for a moment. Henyard's controversial moves are especially concerning because these aren't just any positions she's trying to fill. We're talking about some of the most important roles in village government, like the village attorney, police chief, and village administrator. Appointing these individuals without proper approval is a huge deal because it undermines the checks and balances that are supposed to exist in local government. Trustees are meant to have a say in these appointments to ensure decisions are made in the best interest of the village, not just to benefit the mayor's personal agenda. But Henyard, she's not playing by those rules.
Go to Las Vegas. What is that?
It's not like the legal troubles are going away anytime soon. Just as one court case seemed to be settling, Henyard decided to file her own lawsuit. That's right. She's now suing the trustees in the Park District, claiming their meetings are illegal and should be voided. In her lawsuit, she's pushing to have Village Hall declared the official meeting location and wants any decisions made at the Park District meetings to be nullified. This isn't just about where the meetings are held. It's about Henyard trying to take back control of the narrative. By filing this lawsuit, she's doubling down and refusing to back down from her controversial actions.
He's absolutely not guilty of all 9 counts. I believe he's cooperating. And if you cooperate, you have to admit your guilt first.
Public statements from Henyard have only fueled the fire. On social media, she's portrayed herself as a leader under attack, calling on her supporters to stand with her. She's painted the village board as corrupt and out to get her, claiming this is all part of a smear campaign orchestrated by her political enemies. In a recent post, she even referred to herself as a black sheep, rallying her base by suggesting she's being unfairly targeted. But is anyone buying it? Judging by the reactions at these meetings, it doesn't seem like it. Of course, Henyard has her defenders. Those who believe she's being unfairly attacked and that the trustees are the ones trying to undermine her authority. They argue this is all political theater and that Henyard is simply doing what she was elected to do, lead the village. Even so, her supporters can't ignore the optics. Getting booed out of your own board meeting isn't exactly the mark of a successful politician.
One way that government always does it is to go and investigate people around her. And that's what they're doing here.
And let's not forget about the federal investigation. That's right, a federal probe into Dalton's finances. And Henyard's name has come up more than once. Allegations of misusing public funds and financial mismanagement have been circulating for months. And this investigation could be the one that finally brings everything crashing down. Henyard, of course, denies any wrongdoing, but with her opponents speaking out and rumors running rampant, it's becoming hard to ignore the growing sense that something isn't quite right in Dalton.
Hey guys, this is Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard, the People's Mayor and People's Supervisor.
It's clear that the tension between Henyard and the trustees has reached a breaking point. At this stage, it's no longer just about who gets to hold the meetings or who's making the appointments. It's about the future of the village itself. Dalton stands at a crossroads, and how this all plays out could have lasting consequences for its residents. Henyard's legal battles, the ongoing power struggles, and the growing public outcry have created an atmosphere of uncertainty. People are starting to wonder if there's any way to fix the situation. The frustration is palpable, especially among longtime residents who have watched their village descend into chaos. One resident, who's lived in Dalton for over 30 years, summed it up, saying, "She's not only embarrassed herself, but the entire town of Dalton, acting like Timmy Turner with fairy godparents, making foolish and selfish moves." Ouch. That sentiment seems to be shared by many in the village, with residents feeling let down by their leadership, and Henyard standing at the center of it all.
Very appreciative to have received the information today. We have the best mayor ever. I've been here since 1993.
Some residents are taking a more cynical view of the situation, with one even commenting, "Hope this keeps dragging out. She's the best clown show ever." It's clear that, for some, this drama has crossed into the realm of absurdity, with people tuning in just to see what Henyard will do next. And honestly, who can blame them? It's not every day you see a political leader show up late to a meeting, get booed out of the room, and then file a lawsuit to try to undo it all. So where does this leave Dalton? For one, the village is stuck in a legal and political quagmire with no clear resolution in sight. Henyard's lawsuit is still pending, and there's no telling how the courts will rule. Meanwhile, the trustees are doing everything they can to push back against her. But the constant infighting is taking a toll on the village's ability to function. With a federal investigation looming, things could get even messier. One thing's for sure, this isn't the last we'll hear from Mayor Tiffany Henyard. Whether she wins her lawsuit, loses her position, or faces more legal trouble, she's not going down without a fight. Her defiance in the face of legal challenges, public outcry, and even being booed at her own meetings shows she's determined to keep pushing forward. But the question remains, will it be enough? Can she weather this political storm, or is her time as Dalton's mayor finally running out?
I am about to address some things as the supervisor. There will be no comments, there will be anything, it will be me addressing you guys to tell you what's going on.
For now, all eyes are on the upcoming township meeting, where more fireworks are expected. If you thought the latest board meeting was wild, just wait. Sources say things are about to get even crazier. With Henyard's history of dramatic entrances and exits, who knows what will happen next? This saga is far from over, and the stakes couldn't be higher. So what's next for Dalton? Will the village be able to recover from this political chaos, or is this just the start of an even bigger downfall? Will Henyard manage to regain control, or will the trustees and the courts finally rein her in? These are the big questions everyone is asking, and it's only a matter of time before we get answers. For now, though, the drama continues. Henyard's supporters are sticking by her, the trustees are fighting tooth and nail to stop her, and the residents of Dalton are left watching, waiting, and hoping for a resolution. But as long as Tiffany Henyard remains at the helm, it's clear Dalton is in for one heck of a ride. So what do you think? Is Mayor Henyard just trying to do her job, or has she gone too far with her power plays? Do you believe the residents of Dalton will ever see a peaceful resolution, or is this chaos here to stay? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and stay tuned for more updates on this unfolding drama.